Hi guys, welcome to the James Bond Show with no fears, limits or substitutes. Now why am I dressed like I'm heading to the Sydney Gay Mardi Gras? Or maybe I just stepped out of David Zashitsky's cupboard. I have got my NPL coronavirus outfit on. These are my These are my Sunspell coronavirus glasses, and this is my NPL safety mask, because I'm getting ready. I am getting ready for November 2020. November 25th, because we are for the 5th time. The fifth time we are going to get a James Bond film called No Time to Die. Now, if it doesn't come out the fifth time, well, you're going to have lots of time to cry, guys. That is it. This film, fifth time, has been put back, and guess what? It's costing the studios big money. Now, listen, I am going to have this incredible outfit up for sale soon. I'm going to sell this because this is going to be a collector's item. It's more valuable than an NPL cashmere top or anything like that. So I'll let you know when the auction's going to happen. Okay, guys, let's do some housework because I've got a crazy show for you all. I can barely see through this thing. Okay, guys, so I've got a few shout-outs. Now, the first shout-out... I'm going to kick these on because you never know what's going to come my way. Woo! Okay, guys, so my first shout-out is to Johnny Two Shoes. Now, this is a little bit of a plug and advertising. Now, he sounds like he's off the set of Goodfellas, but Johnny Two Shoes, who is from MovieSlackers.com. Now, Johnny Two Shoes does movie reviews. He's got some new ones coming up soon, and I highly recommend. This is a great channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description comments below. So it's MovieSlackers.com, and look out for the reviews by Johnny Two Shoes. Okay? So, next one, guys, is I want to do a shameless plug for an incredible Facebook page called The Politics of James Bond. Now, if you guys haven't already checked out The Politics of James Bond, get over there. Say hi to my good friend Richard Nichols. He's an author. He's got a great book out as well. So you can talk to Richard Nichols over at The Politics of James Bond and get onto his book. I'm actually reading it at the moment. I've been a little bit lackadaisy with it, but I'm going to be doing a full review on that book. And why am I going to do that? Because basically, Richard's a talented author, and it's his version of a non-woke James Bond. And that is why I am reading it. So that is The Politics of James Bond. Get on over there. Of course, while you're on Facebook, get onto James Bond Real Fans, which is my Facebook page. Also, so that's James Bond Real Fans, but you've got to answer the questions to get on. Also, we've got the page, The James Bond Show, that you can go on, give it a like, and keep up to date with the show there. Also, I want to give another shameless plug to Gregor. I mentioned Gregor the other day. That is his YouTube channel, Gregor, G-R-E-G-A. Gregor's new, starting out. The dude is cool. He looks like Styles from the 80s film with Michael J. Fox, Teen Wolf. Check out Gregor. Tell him Krazy Kajeevie from the James Bond Show sent you. Now, guys, for my next Q&A with Krazy K, I'm just going to get you guys to send your questions to my email address. Okay, so the email address, send them really quick, because I actually would like to film I think it's volume 3 of questions Q&A with Krazy K. I'd love to film it either tonight or tomorrow. So you can send the questions to the James Bond Show, all lowercase, all one word, the James Bond Show at gmail.com. The James Bond Show at gmail.com. I will also stuff that in the description as well with Movie Slackers. I'm going to put their link, and I'm going to put a link to the article I'm about to read out. So send your questions for the next Q&A with Krazy K. Give me some really good questions, guys. Good, juicy ones, and I will answer them with no fears, limits, or substitutes. Okay, guys, let's get into this. Okay, so this is an article about James Bond's 25, No Time to Die, losing money down the toilet. Okay, guys, so let's get straight into this. Now, the article is by Rant, and if I can remember, I'll leave that in the description. Far out, I've got a lot to leave in there. Okay, let's get straight into this. No Time to Die release date change will cost MGM Studios $30 million. No Time to Die has continuously made the headlines ever since its development. Aside from reports that initially hinted that Craig was uninterested, haven't we heard all these reports so much, uninterested in reprising the role, the film also had trouble landing its director, Cary Fukunaga, after all the Danny Boyle crap. So, and I'm absolutely convinced Boyle left because he wanted to do a standalone film, he wanted to cast an actor that Daniel Craig didn't approve of, and also he did not want to kill James Bond. It was Eon that wanted to kill him. So I'm going to get to a little bit on that later and my thoughts on the real reasons for the pushback of the film. Okay, so as the film was getting set to premiere in coming weeks, fears from the set of the coronavirus caused its Chinese debut and press tour to be cancelled. Now the release date has been pushed back to November 2020 as a result of the virus. The Hollywood Reporter says this shift in release date will cost the studio at least $30 million. That number is a more conservative estimate, and it's been reported that in the end, the price tag could actually cost $50 million to Eon, MGM, and Universal. The film has not yet hit theaters, but the studio had already started an aggressive marketing campaign. Daniel Craig's out there on the street. Go to cinemas or I'll smash your heads in. Come on, aggressive marketing campaign. All right, so with a production budget of over $250 million, $250 million, okay? I reckon that's really conservative. I reckon with paying out Danny Boyle and a whole bunch of other stuff, bringing on different writers, Scott Burns, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, etc., I would not be surprised that when all this comes out of the washing, that we're going to hear this is about a $300 million film. So the film has to be a hit with audiences in order to succeed. No shit, Sherlock. I can't believe I'm wearing this. I love it. Take that in, Peel. This is design. So it has to be a hit with audiences in order to succeed as the coronavirus spreads across Europe bigger than Adolf Hitler. No, they didn't write that. I just added that in. And Asia, executives fear that No Time to Die could lose some of its biggest overseas audiences. In China alone, tens of thousands of movie theaters have already closed down. Closed their doors. The virus has already struck Italy, leaving the rest of Europe and places like the UK in danger as well. And that is coming from the doctor that wrote this. Okay, not really. Okay, Dr. Bullshit Artist, come to reception, please. So, in the past, these locations have made up a significant chunk of the worldwide box office for the James Bond franchise. It's disappointing to know we'll have to... Now, this is the writer of this. I believe it was Dr. Scott Waldridge. Incredible doctor. Knows all about coronavirus. I think he's drank a few Coronas. This is his opinion coming up, okay? This is his opinion. It's disappointing to know we'll have to wait another 8 months to see James Bond back in action. Probably not much action, but hey, if you want to see a 70-pound woman in high heels kicking butt and a transgender Larry Lunchbox like powering the bad guys, you're definitely going to get to see all that. 8 months to see the James Bond back in action, and it's surprising to consider how much such a change will cost the studio. The move, however, makes financial sense in the end. Now Scott Wooldridge is an economic analyst, doctor and economic analyst. Incredible university this guy went to. Its high budget requires No Time to Die to be a commercial success. And with some of its most important markets comprised, keeping the April 2020 release date could have spelled box office disaster. So that is from the genius of Scott Wooldridge from Screen Rant. Okay, so what do I think about all that? Well, bing, 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 bing. Bullshit. I don't quite buy it, guys. I still believe that a UK release should have gone ahead for No Time to Die. I do feel sorry for the people prepped up, ready for this, traveling from across the world. I feel sorry for them, and I just think this is not a pandemic. It's not the big threat that the media are letting on, and I believe the film could have gone ahead. Also, I want to thank you guys for my latest video, the one I did yesterday when I was bleary-eyed. Filmed it at, actually, I thought it was 5 a.m. It was around 6:30 a.m. I had filmed that, and I was actually up for over 25 hours straight. Bit of Gustav Graves in me, the man that doesn't sleep. Plenty of time to sleep when I die. But I got no time to die. So anyway, what do I think of the delay, and what am I going to do for 8 months? And what are you guys going to do? Now, I have decided, guys, that with the James Bond show, I said the other day, or yesterday, that I wasn't going to do No Time to Die stuff. And I really thought, you know what? And with people also writing in and telling me, come on, Krazy Kajeevie, I am going to keep the No Time to Die stuff going. But me, personally, I feel that, like I said, it was a huge balloon and boom, it got popped, and I feel flat. Like, I just felt absolutely flat about this. I was gutted. I actually was just speaking to my boss the other day about taking annual leave. Also, I had planned from last December to take holidays in April, and that's what I was doing. And then I thought to myself, no, I won't take those holidays. I'll potentially put them off to around May or something, or July, because I really wanted to put a lot of focus into the James Bond show during No Time to Die coming out, and going to see No Time to Die lots of times. And now that's not happening, and so I put off my holiday for nothing. But anyway, you know, that happened. So I'm going to immerse myself in the James Bond novels. I'm going to do lots of reviews here on the James Bond novels as well. Guys, I want to talk to you about something else here. So some people, some channels out there, without mentioning the James Bond show or my name, I know exactly who they're talking about. They basically seem to think that I'm negative or this show is negative. Okay, really listen up to this, because I know that the same people who think I'm negative tune in and watch me. You know why? Because I'm entertaining and they're not. They do tune in and they do listen to me. And my, you know, I'm the bad guy of James Bond, and you guys are the bad subscribers of the James Bond show because you agree with me. You don't want to live in a lefty, woke world. And we see things, you know, more black and white and straightforward. So what do I want to say to those people who think I'm the bad boy and think I'm negative? Okay, well, life isn't all rainbows. And this is the important thing I really want to get across to you guys. And I'm actually reaching out, I'm holding my hand out to you, and I'm actually saying, guys, look, some of your channels have great positive stuff, whether you're doing clothes reviews and whatever else, and you're doing your fitness challenges. That's fantastic. I will always call a spade, and I will always say kudos to people who are doing great things, and a lot of the James Bond channels that I poke fun at are doing great things, and I give credit where credit's due. But guys, I'm reaching out to you here when I say this, and I'm going to mention a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm going to mention you, Joe Darlington, and being James Bond. I actually like you, mate. I think I do like you. We used to be friends, as you know, and I think you do great content. So being James Bond does great content, and I feel for you, and I see your sadness with this film being pushed back. But what I encourage all of you guys to do is to look at things a little bit in more detail, okay? So here we go. This is what I'm getting at right now. I'm going to spit it out. You guys have got to remember, when you think I'm being negative, I am loyal, as you should be, I am loyal to Ian Fleming's James Bond. You guys are loyal to Eon Productions. That's the difference between us, and which is the right one to do. The right thing for us as James Bond fans to do, all of us, whether we're into clothes, whether we're into chucker boots, whether we're into the films or the novels, the number one reason we're all here and that we love James Bond, and I've got no doubt you guys do love James Bond, but the number one reason we exist as Bond fans and we have incredible collections and we've made great relationships and great friends is because of what Ian Fleming created. And I, on the James Bond show, passionately protect what Ian Fleming created and what Albert Cubby Broccoli and Harry Saltzman created on the big cinema screen in 1962. That is what we have to be loyal to. If you're loyal to Eon Productions as it stands now, you are loyal to a woman and a man, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, who are completely stepping away from what Ian Fleming created. And her father, Barbara Broccoli's father, Cubby Broccoli, said, Barbara, Michael, do not let outside influences come in and ruin what you're doing. And Barbara Broccoli, when she came out and said, an actor of any colour can play James Bond, she absolutely broke what Cubby said. She broke what Ian Fleming created. And all of you James Bond shows, none of you touched it. And that's why I nitpick on you. That's why I leave smarmy little comments and say silly little things here. Because I'll keep doing it until you guys come out and you protect James Bond. You've got to protect what Fleming created. You've got to protect what Cubby and Harry put up on the screen. Be loyal to the creation. Don't be loyal to the people running Eon now, because they are now mixed up with Me Too stuff, with left-wing politics, and with feminism. And those things cannot coexist with James Bond. Look what Kathleen Kennedy did with Disney when they bought out Star Wars. They promised George Lucas that they were going to protect his creation. They did everything but that. They brought in their own ideals of feminism, of LGBT community stuff, having lesbians kiss at the end of Rise of Skywalker. Now that stuff, fine, has its place in cinemas somewhere. I'm not speaking against that, guys, so don't attack me personally. What I'm saying is that doesn't belong in Star Wars. And if we're looking at, and I'm being serious about this, I did a video on it. I believe there is going to be a gay wedding for Q in the Matera sequences. It matches in, there'd be humour in it, etc. But that is not going to fly in China. Also, the killing James Bond, the feminism, and the woke stuff, also adding in virus and plot warfare stuff into this film is not going to fly in China. And that is why I believe the real reason they've pulled this film is not only just that the Chinese audiences, the cinemas and stuff are closed. I believe bad test screenings have happened and they've realised that they've got issues with this film. And that's why they've looked at November so far away to fix up the film. So it will be very interesting to hear of any reshoots. If we hear a little sniff of reshoots happening, and when it happens, we're going to find out. If we find out any stuff like that, that's when your nose is going to start tingling and that you're smelling some bullshit and that the whole coronavirus thing was a bit of an excuse. So guys, once again, I'm telling you, I'm not your enemy. I'm not the bad guy. You got to protect this guy, Ian Fleming's James Bond. even though it's Daniel Craig's version of it. But we've got to protect that. The poster should have had Bond in the tuxedo, with his gun, with a martini. We've got to keep that image, that style, that funness, and that Fleming. You know, sure, there's death for breakfast and sex and all that. I get it. That needs to be kept in. We can't water him down. And when you hear stories about Bond girl being banned on the set, that is pathetic. That should send warning signs to you all. But once again, I'm going to finish this video, but once again, I'm going to close out here with, guys, all of you channels that are listening to me, you've got a voice and you've got an audience. Even if it's small, like the James Bond dossier. Oh, I'm only being serious, guys. I'm just joking. But you've got voices, and what you need to do, if you're going to sell your impel tops and your chucker boots, and you're going to talk about your passion for the novels and whatever you're going to do, you've got to be prepared to come out and have a voice. And when Barbara Broccoli says Bond can be black, you need to stand up against that. You need to. And again, it's got nothing to do with racism. As many of you know, my best friend is black, for goodness sake. And I'm trying to get him on the James Bond show soon to interview him. We've just got to get the schedule happening. He's a busy man. He's in a band and he travels all around the place in the world, actually, in his band. So, guys, have balls. Defend James Bond. That's all I've got for you guys. Remember, the James Bond Show at gmail.com. Get your questions in. Leave your comments, leave your likes, and thank you so much to all the new subscribers and everyone liking the video. Oh my goodness, I nearly forgot something. Now, this is for those that have stayed for the end. Okay. I'm just over 600. I've got 608 subscribers. If you guys share this video, and within 24 hours, if you share this, you share my channel, if I get 1,000 subscribers within 24 hours, I will open up a can of dog food and I will eat it right here live on the James Bond Show. Can't trick it, can't fool it. I'll tap it and everything, and I will eat as much of that can of dog food as I can if I get 1,000 subscribers in 24 hours. If you guys want to see me get punished and eat a can of dog food, get me 1,000 subscribers by tomorrow, and you know Krazy Kajeevie will do it. Okay, guys, till next time, I've been Krazy Kajeevie for the James Bond Show, with no fears, limits, or substitutes. And till next time, keep on bonding and say hi to your mum for me.
I'll have some caviar and powdered dog food, please. Guys, make sure he gets 1,000 subscribers, because I want to see this son of a bitch eat some dog food. Woof, woof.